Your boyfriend don't got a single romantic bone in his body and you want him to do something romantic for Valentine's Day?
I am begging all men, don't bring your wife from Africa to Europe.
Y'all, my boyfriend don't have a single romantic bone in his body.
He does, just not for you.
The misconception that you guys have is that we are naive, we are stupid, we are submissive, and we don't know anything about the world.
Dictionary defines the passport bros as, and to avoid the wickedness of Western women.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Y'all, my boyfriend don't have a single romantic bone in his body.
Your boyfriend. Why did you choose him? Your boyfriend don't got a single romantic bone in his body and you want him to do something romantic for Valentine's Day? What makes February 14th different than any other day? Every day can be February 14th. Every day can be Valentine's Day, but he doesn't have a romantic bone in his body. Are you planning all the dates? Does he only pull up to drop some off, spend a night? Let's stay in and watch a movie. He's one of them. But I bet you he didn't get you no popcorn. Even though y'all are staying in the house. He didn't get you no candy from the dollar store, even though y'all are staying in the house. I just feel like...
Damn, that sounds personal. He didn't get you no popcorn, even though you're staying in the house. Like, damn, popcorn, candy, Valentine's Day?
Why did you make him your boyfriend if you knew your expectations weren't going to be reached? They were not going to be achieved. You got to believe to achieve, but he don't even believe, baby.
Yeah, these women reflecting, definitely. Let me get on to the next one.
Y'all, my boyfriend don't have a single romantic bone in his body.
He does. He does have romantic bones in his body, just not for you.
Emotional damage.
And this is no offense to the girl that's making the video because it's literally nothing to do with her at all. It just has to do with the people that we choose to date. I'm making my smoothie for today, but please excuse me. When I was 14, my mom used to always tell me, like, you know, Sydney, the people that you're choosing to date, they're just practicing for when they meet their wife, and it's not you. And I used to always hurt my feelings until I was like realizing more and more in my relationship that this person just doesn't want to do those things for me. And I know a lot of you guys have been in that situation where the people that you date will do all the things you wanted them to do after the relationship ends. And I'll always tell people, is the person you're with now the person you want to be with for the rest of your life? Gets people thinking.
It's true. I can't even go against what she's saying. It's true. A lot of times, guys will get with a girl, and that may be his only choice at the time. It's just facts. I've done it before. And also, it's something that guys have to do, especially if they're in the West. They have to get with women who want them mostly. If you're all gun-ho about a girl, 9 times out of 10, it may not work. But a lot of times when a girl is all into you, it's always going to work. So if a man is smart, if he's smart, because most guys aren't. I'm not saying most guys are done. You know what I'm saying? Most guys want to go for that girl that don't want them, right? But guys are getting smarter now. A woman has to show she's all about him, and that's probably why a lot of women are bumping into these problems, because most guys are wisening up. As you can see in the other day when I did a video, and when a guy said, I don't want to date a single mom, to this one lady, and she said, I know a lot of guys don't feel like that. And then the guy posted that clip, the guy Brandon Jamal, now you a single mom, and it showed every single guy said, I feel the same way he does. I said, wow. I look at it nowadays and go, wow, men are waking up. But then you see that, and then you see guys in Fresh and Fit show when a model comes on, OnlyFans model, and then guys, and then after she goes off that show, she gets 10,000 subscriptions. Sam! That needs to stop, because it's still feeding that negativity, that mindset that they have, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Let me go on to the next one.
Don't bring your wife from Africa to Europe.
Yeah, I want to ask you now, bro, is it advisable to bring your wife from Africa to Europe here to start life?
Bro, don't bring your wife from Africa to Europe. Bro, don't bring your wife from Africa to Europe.
It need to be said again and again with fierce conviction.
I am begging all men, don't bring your wife from Africa to Europe.
I heard that. I'm about to get my knees too and say it to you guys. I'm begging all men, don't bring your wife from Philippines, from Africa, from all of these countries to USA, to Europe, don't do it. She will be poisoned.
Don't bring your wife from Africa to Europe.
No, why? Why did you say that?
If you know that you are the kind of man that has an ego, you are a proud man, you have a chieftaincy,
yes,
you are a chief, you are a strong man, you understand, people respect you.
Okay, that type of man that like to control women or what?
Control women. You know you are a dogu.
Oh, dogu.
Woman cannot talk to you anyhow. Don't bring your wife from Africa to Europe. Because if you bring them here, they will bring you down.
Damn!
They will bring you down.
He said, if you are Odogu type, that.
Well, it's true, especially in Africa. You guys already know. Though these guys in other countries are not playing with women. Why do you think women from America, right, are going to Africa? They're going to Gambia and places like that and being unalive. They go to how don't you dare talk to me like that? Pop, 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 to get knocked all in the head. Guys are getting so mad at women. You can tell they're emotional killings because women are getting strangled to death. It's not funny. It's just, man, these dudes don't play. They think guys were in America don't play. Or, no, guys in America can't do near half of what those guys do in Africa. They can't even do it here in the Philippines. So imagine, those guys in Africa ain't playing.
Control woman. Don't bring
Don't bring that woman here because she will lay you down. She will bring you down. Yeah, she will disrespect you. There will be no respect. And if any day you talk to her anyhow, or you have an issue with her, she will go and report you to police station. The next thing is to divorce you. That is the only thing they can do. Don't bring your wife to Europe. From Africa to Europe.
He knows it. What he's saying is true. Let me hop on to the next one.
Let's talk about this. Why are women wanting to leave America? And hi, if you're new here, my name is Kara. I'm a digital nomad mom and I help people live and travel abroad. I offer consultations for people who want to live abroad, and this is something I keep.
So she's going to talk about why women want to leave America. It's actually the same reason why guys want to leave. This is passport bro thing she's talking about. But let her finish.
And side note, if you want to book a session with me, just click my profile and go to my link. So why are women wanting to leave the US over men? In a recent poll, 40% of women wanted to leave the US versus 20% of men. But why is that? And it really got me thinking. It's because of much of what's happening in the US isn't affecting men. Let me explain. There aren't any laws being made about their bodies. As of last month, at least 24 states in the United States have some sort of ban or restrictions coming. This impacts women. Inflation is currently at an all-time high. And many women now are not only just working, but they're also mothers. We have no protected paid maternity leave that is universal. Instead, it is dependent upon your employer. And in many countries, women are given up to a year of paid maternity leave. We don't have any subsidized childcare. The average cost of childcare in the US is $14,760 annually, which is $1,230 monthly, which means you are paying rent per child just so that you can go to work. So now many women are forced to choose between their careers and childcare. And if they choose the latter, you are now dependent upon your husband for livelihood. And for the women who want to be stay-at-home moms, inflation is so bad right now, and the cost of living is so high, they can't. Mothers are often the ones fearing for their child's safety when they're going to school, because women are kin keepers. The definition of a kin keeper is a social role, usually assumed by women to protect and promote relationships in between the family, meaning we carry the mental load of the family. 9 times out of 10, we're making the doctor's appointments. We're packing the school lunches. We're the ones involved with the PTAs. In summary, our roles as women have changed dramatically in the past 50 years with a lot more responsibility than our counterparts. And that is why we are seeking a soft life. But unfortunately, a soft life is not very accessible in the US. We want to spend more time with our families. We want more time for ourselves and the things that make us happy. We want to know we can send our children to school safely and have access to nutritious food for them, which is why women are at the forefront of this movement, trying to convince their husband to leave.
I heard that. I think a lot of guys need to jump on the board. Like, I'm not even against this, right? Those women are smart. Like, why would you not talk about it all the time, every video? And that's why I left. Let me give you guys an example. When I was living in the province, I was living off of $800 a month. I realized I need to live off more and be in the city. Right now, I'm living off of about $2,000. It more than doubled. Just from a location, it's a lot better. I can't lie. It's a lot better. For around $2,000, I'm happy. But if I want to, I was living in the province, $800, eating wherever I wanted to eat. Right? When I first moved here, I was living on $1,400 in Manila. So a lot of you guys, the reason why my prices increased, I have someone else I'm living with, and I've developed habits, right? I don't drink or smoke anymore, but I've developed being used to certain things. When I first came, $1,400, that got me everything I needed. A lot of you guys can come here and live off less than that, or live anywhere in the world for less. People and those women are wise. They're wising up and said, same thing I say all the time. There's no GMO a lot of times out overseas. They don't have GMO plants they're creating. There's no inflation. There's inflation, but it's not the same. Like, real estate isn't doubling and tripling and quadrupling. Not yet. You can still make a profit off your real estate. You can create an Airbnb for next to nothing, especially when you bring your American dollars over here on this side of the world. You're winning. I get it. I get why these women are leaving, and I second that. And I think the husband should leave with them. Let me go on to the next one.
That's another reason why body count matters, because it's an evo-psych reason, evolutionary psychology. If a woman has 10 husbands and she's sleeping with all of them, who's the father? You don't know, in the past anyways. Throughout all of human history, now you can take a DNA test, and in some countries, it's actually in France, it's illegal to get a paternity test in France, because apparently, according to the French authorities or some, it would be too destructive to society, because men would realize that they were cucked, there's infidelity, and that the kid's not theirs. And that's a real fear for men, to raise a child that you think is yours. Women can't really relate to this one, because if you have a kid, you know with certainty the kid is yours. Well, you laugh, but it is a genuine, real fear. It's in our gut. If a woman's promiscuous, it's evolutionary psychology. It's repulsive.
Sure is. And I seen a guy the other day, my past 3 videos, the guy said the woman's in the hospital. He already felt deep in his core that she was sleeping around, right? So after she gave birth, he said, I want a paternity test. She denied him that. Any real woman, and women have said this, if a man asks me for a paternity test, I'm giving him one. So you kind of feel like, why don't you want to get it? Let's all of that. No, just yours. You're hurting my feelings. Forget about all of that. Look what's happening to so many guys. Guys taking care of kids that's not theirs. Forget that. A man needs to know for sure, this is my baby. Let me get on to the next one.
You know, to my American and European sisters out there, I guess you don't really have to be too worried about your men coming to the Philippines or to Southeast Asia. One misconception that you guys have is that we are naive, we are stupid, we are submissive, and we don't know anything about the world. Well, women in the Philippines are just like women in any other country and in any other continent. There are a lot of us who are stupid and dumb and easily manipulated, and there are also some of us who are educated. We have careers, we are earning a lot of money, we have stable jobs, you know? So when your American man or your European man would come to the Philippines and think, hey, I'll be dating this girl, this petite little girl, because I think she's naive, she's fragile. Then all of a sudden, boom, she's a firecracker who wouldn't even let you talk when you're angry. You know? So I guess you don't really have to worry that much when they come here, because a lot of foreign men are actually having a problem in the dating pool in the Philippines as well. Like, they don't really get to have the girl of their dreams. Like, easily manipulated women. So they would move on to the next country. But there are also European and American men who would come to the Philippines to really look for, the love that they think they don't or they can't find in their country. And then they would find it here. And the woman that they happen to be with is someone that they really click with, And I think that is something that we should not question. If they are happy and they found the love of their life, we should just be happy for them. I guess that's just how it is. And for you guys, American men and European men, you also have to be careful when you come to the Philippines because there are a lot of women here, like 18 years old, 20 years old, who are very, very smart. They can rub you off of your everything. Like, they wouldn't just settle with just getting thousands from you. They can actually get millions from you. So be very careful.
It's very true, right? It happens to guys. And I'll tell you why it can happen in countries here, in countries outside. It happens in every country, right? When guys are naive. If a guy is not naive, or if a guy is not a trick, he's not easily separated from his money. All the time, guys, Filipinos, she asks me for money, look. Or another woman, because it happens in town, it happens everywhere. It happens in Colombia, it happens in every country that you name. If you're not a simp, you're not so easily separated from your money. And it's funny because I seen a woman say it the other day. She said, "Why are you so easily separated from your money? How dare you complain about what's happening?" And I seen it in the comments too. A guy said it. Why are you so easily separated from your money? Listen, somebody asking you for money shouldn't stop you. And guys are truly leaving for love. As she said, don't worry about passport bros, right? Because they're happy. They're finding what's for them. They're finding women that's for them. And they're happy. They're not hurting anybody. We're not doing what women, we're going across seas to take advantage. Nobody's taking advantage of anyone. And as she explained, if anything, a guy will come here and possibly get taken advantage of. And women are saying that, they're getting taken advantage of. Saying everything. Are you taking advantage of the woman? They're taking advantage of you. Like, it's wild. Just give it up. Let guys go out and live in peace and be happy. Let me get to the next one.
We're going to be talking about the passport bros. So these are bros who are traveling abroad to try something new. And before I talk about them trying something new, I want to the passport bros. When I first heard the term the passport bros, I actually thought it was a boy band. I saw the name. I thought it was a boy band, and I mostly ignored it. But it's kind of hard to ignore it at this point. I mean, we're at the point now where J. Cole made a song called The Passport Bros. Urban Dictionary defines the Passport Bros as: the Passport Bros are men who have chosen to seek out foreign women, typically from other countries, for relationships. They believe that Western women have been influenced by cultural and societal pressures to behave in a certain way, and that by seeking out foreign women, they can find a more authentic, fulfilling, and harmonious relationship. This is seen as a way to restore the natural balance between masculine and feminine energy.
This is the way.
And to avoid the wickedness of Western women.
Absolutely.
Man, that has to be the best description I've heard yet. All right, guys made sure they got it right.
This movement actually began back in 2011 when a filmmaker by the name Al Grease made a documentary called Frustrated. And the subject of the documentary was black men who were American and were frustrated with the dating scene in America. And so they went off to Brazil to find more feminine and Brazilian women. Fast forward to 2023 and this movement has expanded, it's blown up, and it has become a very divisive subculture on the internet.
Yes. And thank you for not bashing it. Thank you for explaining it correctly. And yes, pretty much showing we can't be stopped.
Brothers, what we do in life echoes in eternity.
We're only getting strong. All that being said, I say to you guys, find your place, find your happiness. And also, as the woman stated earlier, guys are leaving as well to get away from societal pressures like inflation, like, bad food, prices rising. Guys are leaving for that, and that's mostly what it is. The woman is just a bonus. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all next video.
Hold the line. Stay with me. This is the way.
Passport, bro. Passport. No.
So he's coming.